Okay, the first technique we're going to focus on is just a standard knee lift. And that's when somebody has arrived over the top of the ball. If the cylinder on the ground illustrates or stands for a tackled player. Okay, so we have a defender that's just arrived over the top of the ball. Our first man on the scene is going to be our clear out individual. In this situation, he's going to approach, lower his level. Okay, he steps in with his inside leg if possible. Head is up. Okay, lifts the outside leg, hips come in, and drives the man away.
Action.
Okay, the second technique we're going to focus on is the saddle roll. The saddle roll is when a ball or a defender has already beaten us to the ball, and they may be over the top of the ball, just about ready to poach or beginning to poach the ball. So it's not a standard knee lift. We've got to use a different technique. The first man, the clear out man, arrives. It's important that we get low. We've got to get shoulder to shoulder first. We always want to lower our body height when we approach the tackle contest. If we're unable to clear him away with that first technique and drive him straight backwards and he stays strong over the ball, we then lock our hands on the sternum and roll to the side we approach from. There's a couple key points that we need to make on this. If you can zoom in. Okay. When the defender's here and we come to lock over the chest, okay, we need to lock here on the sternum, tight on the rib cage, okay, and hands on the sternum. We don't want to come down here on the body because this is soft and the torso rotates and there won't be as much tension when we go to roll the thread away. We've got to stay up here, lock tight, and cinch that into your chest with a tight motion and then aggressively roll away. Okay, now the third technique is the body sack or the body clear. In this situation, the defender's laying on the tackled individual to illustrate a tackled man, and the defender's still flopping over on the ball, or the threat is still there trying to slow our ball down. The first thing we need to do in this situation is clear this threat away. Again, as in the other techniques, it's very, very important that as we approach, we get our body height low. Okay, in this technique, we're going to approach the defender. We're going to put our left shoulder towards the collarbone and crick of the head in this situation. Okay? Wherever we drive his head and his upper torso, his body must follow. So to take this thread away, we're going to drive here with our head up into that situation. Okay? And it's important here that we always keep our head up and we make it appear as though we're getting back to our feet. We can't go from a high to low situation, or else we'll get called for leaving our feet. Okay, you need to come into this situation with your head up at a flat back level, and when you hit, work to get back to your feet to that situation. Okay, our final technique that we want to focus on is a situation where the tackled man has begun to get back to his feet and he still might be sideways. Whenever possible, just like in the standard knee lift, we want to take a limb away from the defender. Okay, in this situation, our offensive clear out man approaches, hits, head up, and lifts the leg and drives through. Okay, do it again with your head above. Again, the defender's getting back to his feet. Clear out man arrives, hold there. That's good. Lifts the leg, drives him. In all of these, it's important to remember, at the point of contact, you've got to be low and you've got to be strong. Once we make that point of contact or that initial hit, our legs need to get busy and we need to clear that individual away from our ball.